When you start off a food review not knowing what you're reviewing, you know it's gonna be good. This abomination you're seeing right now is another frozen dinner thingy that I've had in my freezer since whenever the first time I began reviewing these was. And I remembered it. I saw it. So I said, okay, let's get this started. Let's try a frozen Italian dinner. And this is so funny. I didn't even know what it was. I was thinking, okay, this is probably a meatball, but it wasn't. I'm like, shit, is that sausage? I couldn't smell the sausage. So then I broke one up and I look at it and the flesh looked like chicken. And I said, was this chicken or was this eggplant? But it turns out that it's chicken. And you want to know how I confirmed that it was chicken? I had to go on Google, perform a search on Italian dinners frozen, and that's how I remember what this thing was. This is a chicken parm spaghetti. But oh man, that had never happened to me before. Because A, I never eat this, of course. B, it's just not something I'm familiar with like that, because I never buy frozen things. And I bought frozen things because I was curious and I wanted to see if they're as bad as I always associated frozen food to be. And I just wanted to see if there's something out there that I can genuinely go out for regularly. Let's give this one a try. See what we got. It doesn't look good, like a home-cooked, homemade thing, especially since I reheat things in a pot and I gotta keep stirring and stirring and stirring. The smell isn't so bad, it's not rich either, but I get the feeling that it would probably be good if I started adding things to it, such as more parm cheese and maybe like Italian herbs seasoning, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna have it as it is. Or I can put cat meat in it. So the chicken doesn't taste so bad. It's not crispy. I can't say I've tasted frozen chicken like this before. And you guys, I'm deliberately keeping the name of the brand out because it's one of those things that, from what I understand, depending on the item I'm reviewing, I'm supposed to disclose where I buy this, and I don't want to do that. It's because of where I work. I only review things that I know my store doesn't sell, so that it doesn't look like if I like it, I'm trying to push sales or something crazy. It's some weird policy that I remember years ago came out. I guess it's no different from people who have sponsorships and you're supposed to disclose every single time that a product you're using is a sponsorship. I don't do that. So to avoid any potential misunderstandings in the future, I thought that I would let you know that I'm not tripping. It's just, I think it's better that way. It reheated pretty okay. I feel like some areas are hotter than others. I don't even keep a time on how long I left this heating for. I just kind of eyeball it. The spaghetti portion is definitely not as good as anything you make at home. I feel like I can control how much cheese goes in it, how much sauce goes in it, and that's important. I also like to spice it up with my own stuff, like herbs and things. At least the cat is reacting to it positively, like he's ready to dig in. That's a good sign, because you guys, when I try vegan foods, vegan meats, this mug has zero reaction. If anything, he leaves the area. But when I have chicken or beef or salmon, especially salmon, yeah, he's crazy. So yeah, this, it isn't bad, it isn't gross, it isn't like school lunch food, but I don't need to buy it again. I'm still glad I tried it, because if I had to settle for something, like say I'm traveling, something crazy, at least I have experience with this, and I would probably make a smart choice if I had to resort to frozen food. And I always feel weird saying that because I'm aware of how often they give you frozen food at restaurants, but some restaurants can be pretty similar to homemade food. Like they make everything fresh the same day. So that's different. I decided to buy it to see if buying this can replace going to a restaurant. And I will tell you right now, it can't. I will say though that I can appreciate how portion controlled these foods are. I used to think ages ago that, oh my God, you pay so much for this, but if you buy the ingredients on the side, such as the pasta, it's like 99 cents for a whole box. If you buy the chicken separately, you could have many servings of that chicken. You can season it to your liking, stuff like that. And I used to think that things like these were a scam because you're paying for the convenience more than anything. But now I can appreciate that this is portion controlled and that I don't have to binge eat quite as bad as I used to. Because I used to eat a lot in one sitting. Now I'm eating many times a day, but small things. And sometimes I only eat 3 times a day and it's super, super, super small, except for Tuesdays when I go get my religious tacos and I overdo it in one sitting for the sake of that promo. But I plan for that. I have a mostly fasted day, and then I know that I'm gonna pig out, and then at the end of the day after I work out, I know to go for something lighter. This is underwhelming. I wouldn't get it again, but I'm glad I tried it. It's just something as easy as spaghetti should be tasting better than this for the price that I paid, which was definitely over $6. I remember that much. Well, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on stuff like this. Which one is your favorite frozen Italian dinner, if there is such a thing as a good frozen Italian dinner? And I'll see you soon.